but they don't care. No, 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 no. So come and join the revolution. Get yourself the Constitution and join the revolution now. And recognize your age, it's a teenage rampage. Turn another page on the teenage rampage now. Turn another page on the teenage rampage now. So recognize your age, it's a teenage rampage. Turn another page on the teenage rampage now. In the door and knocked you to the floor. You said, hey man, you're on some kind of trip. He said, don't give me no lip, just turn it down. Come on, turn it down. I can't take no more of that god-awful sound. So for God's sake, turn it down. Inside out, gonna burn tonight, 'cause the heat is on and the time is right. Who is the face that's gonna set the pace? I'm a rocker, I'm a roller, I'm an outer space. So come on, will you come on strong? With my knees all weak from your lightning streak. Like a thunder flash, supersonic crash. He appears, you freeze, knock your head over heels. Alright, 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 alright. Ooh, rebel rouser, high-speed king, worship everything about the rebel rouser, rebel rouser. Ooh, tell me, is it really true, this feeling that I feel for you? Your own kind of loving that makes me think nothing could ever take the place of you. And it's so funny, funny what you do, honey, honey, what you do, what you mean to me. And you know, honey, 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 though it's so funny, funny, funny that you mean all the world to me. Ever since you came my way, I knew it was my lucky day. The sun started shining when you started smiling. I know it's gonna stay that way. And it's so funny, funny what you do, honey, honey, what you do, what you mean to me. And you know, honey, funny though it's so funny, funny, honey, what you mean all the world to me. Him and Sham and Sham, we used to make up songs, remember? Sha-la-la-la-la, I used to sing to you, remember? Hidey, hide-ho, we used to kiss hello, remember? Then we said goodbye and made each other cry, remember? Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la, shoo-be-doo-way. Remember all the little things we used to say? Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la, shoo-be-doo-way. Wonder why we ever had to say goodbye. We were ripping up, we were rocking up, roll it over and lay it down. We were shaking it, we were breaking it, we were rocking to the shang-a-lang sound of the music. Hey, 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 rocking to the music. Hey, 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 rocking to the music, rocking every night and day. Hey, hey. Well, we sang shang-a-lang and we ran with the gang, doing do-wop-be-doo-be-doo-way. We were all in the news with our blue suede shoes and our dancing the night away. Yeah, we sang shang-a-lang and we ran with the gang, waiting outside. Bye-bye, veteran. On the Alabama, little out Hawaii way, a hula maiden gay strolled by a moonlit bay. They come to court her over the water from a Sakazinga Zululand. A bolo chieftain grand sang her this lay. Hawaii Hilo, smile on your Zingang Azula. Moonshine above on your sweet jungle love. For you my bolo is swinging. For you my love song I'm singing. Come be my hula hula love. But the chieftain from the peaceful field, little land, would not give him her hand. Lola took his stand through the rattle of the battle as she heard his sweet voice calm and true. They fled in his canoe over water blue, and he sang hula, oh I heard hula. I've been living downtown LA. I got a 48 Chevrolet, but every time I put that car on view, there came a 437 by 2. I'm busting 437 by 2. I'm busting you. Well, I took a bottle from the whiskey still to a fella who was feeling ill. But I do recall I drank most of it too. When I was losing view, I got up 43 selling my 2. I'm That's why they talk about personality. But now you're trying to be some, now you got to do some. Wanna be someone who cow wow wows, but you're thinking about the times you did. They took every ounce. When it sure got to be a shame when you start to scream and shout. You got to contradict all those times you were butterflying about. You are a butterfly, yeah. On that personality crisis, you got it while it was hot. It's always hard to know when frustration and heartache what you got. Oh, sort of terminate. Personality, yeah, yeah, yeah. Get back up! You've been holding me down too long. You're always saying I can't make it alone. Music taking up all of my day. Make or break, but I'll do it my way. Get back, my mama. You've been holding me down too long. Goodbye, mama. I appreciate your love and care. Pack my bags and I'm off to I don't know where. You may be right and you may be wrong. Well, it's a phase. She's a daughter